Hello everyone, welcome back to Inner Knowing Tarot. Today we have another deceased loved ones reading, and in addition to the tarot and oracle cards, we have a channeled message. So this is going to be pile number 1. This will be pile number 2. And this will be pile number 3. And I'll leave photos of those up on the screen for about a minute in case you'll need a little bit more time to decide. And I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. Let's get into your reading here. So first we're going to read your letter. It says, "Dear pile number 1, I am so proud of you and everything you have accomplished. Remember that you do not need to be perfect to be lovable. Remember to take care of yourself even though you might feel like it's pointless sometimes. Stick with your practical approach and you will succeed. You are capable. We miss you very much and can feel how much you miss us too. Just know that we're always with you. Light a candle and visit the memorial, or simply listen to our favorite songs. P.S. Keeping on top of housework can help steady the mind. A cluttered home can affect an already cluttered mind. Stay on top of your maintenance, especially your home and car. Love, your deceased loved ones." Alright, so that's your message. And now let's pull a few oracle cards for you. I'm getting strong, like grandmotherly energy, maybe grandfather too, or just these loved ones they passed in their old age. And all the piles, but especially this pile there, it feels like they're especially accepting of you. They're like, no matter what you do, they always supported you and they always believed in you. And they were very, I feel like it's multiple, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe just 1 for some of you, but very practical people. And they're asking you to be practical too. Maybe earth signs. We have been together in dreams. Have you guys been dreaming of this loved one? I keep wanting to say these loved ones, but have you guys been dreaming of them? We will be together again. So if you've been worried that, after death, nothing is going to... If you worry that there's no afterlife, or that somehow you won't be able to find each other, this is confirmation that you will. I'm going to pull one more. I have a new understanding. This reminds me of almost like a guardian angel type of energy, or just someone that whenever they were alive, they had one view of, how things were going to work in the afterlife, and now they know that it's a little bit different than they were expecting. But it's like also they have a new understanding of you somehow. They can see, how can I put this? It's like they see you in a new light. Not that they ever thought negatively of you. They loved you very much, but it's like they see more of you now than they did when you were alive almost. Even if you saw them a lot, it's like when you saw them, you were one way, and when you were around around other people, you were another way, but not in a dishonest way. Just there's different facets of you that they can see now. We have relationships. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. Interesting. We'll pull some cards, get some more information about that. And then nature. This is the time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, and revitalization and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. Yeah, I feel like that will be really grounding for you. I'm not sure if this person enjoyed spending time in a lot of nature too, or if they're just a really practical earth sign. You might be too. But I feel like they're reminding you that when you live your life in an honorable and enlightened and loving way, you affect so many other people's lives without even knowing it sometimes. Like, sometimes you might have like a simple conversation, but to someone it might make a big difference, like someone you talk to here on Earth. So I feel like that's a message for you guys. I'll make some room here, and then we'll pull some tarot cards. Can I put your card right here? Yeah, I'll just put that right there. And now I'll pull some cards for you guys. What are some more messages for pile number 1? Messages from the deceased loved ones of pile number 1. What do we have? Page of Cups. They're encouraging you to keep this childlike energy, the childlike playfulness that it's like you've always had it, and they want you to, it's like they still see you as like the playful little child that you were, and so sweet and so immature at times, but also they loved you so much. And that's really still how they see you, as their little girl or their little boy. And yeah, I really am getting like an older person, elderly person for this pile. Yeah, and they want you to stay playful and stay joyful, because that really keeps you young. They want you to be practical, but they want you to really nurture those relationships that make you feel young, that make you feel vibrant, that make you feel very happy and emotionally fulfilled. Okay, let's get another message for pile number 1. What other messages? The Knight of Cups reversed. So we have the Page of Cups and then the Knight of Cups reversed. So I feel like there's a message for you here about, it's almost like you feel pressure to move on and to finish this grieving process like quickly, like you want to feel better already. You don't want to cry about this anymore. It's like you want to move on, but they're basically saying it's okay to take your time. It would be weird. It would honestly be, I don't know why I'm using the word weird, but it would be weird if you just got over them right away. Like, everyone grieves in their own way, obviously, but you might be holding yourself to some unrealistic standards here in terms of the grieving process and how long that takes and what it looks like and how it feels like. And yeah, and they're really saying to take care of your house, which is a funny message to come through, but I know that sometimes that kind of thing can really be the last of your priorities sometimes, and that's understandable. But I don't know if this person or people were really organized, or if they just like to keep a clean house. But yeah, I get the feeling it's like they always clean to help clear their mind, and they just thought better. They could think better when the house was clean, and they want you to know that too. And then we have the Eight of Swords reversed here. And so it's like they want you to know that they're not stuck. They're not stuck, and they're not. It's like, in a way, now that they've passed on, they have more freedom. I don't know what happened before they passed, but it's like they feel more free now. They feel more free, and there's a lot that they can see that they couldn't see before. Yeah. And then they're celebrating you. They're so happy for you. And yeah, it reminds me of this message. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you and all that you've accomplished. You've really accomplished so much. And they could see that. They could see that when they were alive. They can see all these things that you're accomplishing now, and things that you might take for granted, things that you might say, oh, like, what's a good example? Like, you might feel like sometimes like you're inadequate, or like you're a bad partner, or a bad, like, what's an example? So an example would be that you don't always put your clothes away right after you wash and dry them, and you just leave them in the laundry basket, and you just like take them out of the basket and iron them real quick, or sometimes not even iron them and just put them on. And the message here is that that's okay. Like, sometimes you hold yourself to this standard, and it's not really our standard, and it's not really most people's standard. And even if that is their standard, like, they're being kind of judgmental at that point, because, you need to be practical. You need to be realistic. And, yeah, so it's stuff like that where you are very hard on yourself, but they have a message of, like, it's fine. You're doing everything you can. You're doing the best that you can, and you're doing great. And we love you so much, and we're proud of you. Yeah, and then we also have a message of, make sure that you maintain a balance. Make sure that you're saving a good amount. You're saving. It's okay to spend. It's okay to treat yourself, but make sure you are saving for a rainy day, saving for big life events, saving for anything you might need to save for. That's really important it's really important to them that you know that. And I feel like you are a really responsible person already, but they were really responsible in their life, and yeah, very strong, like Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, but also just really practical people. I keep wanting to say people, but yeah, just... Okay, let's pull one more card for you guys, and then we'll wrap this up here. Let me know what y'all think of the letter style, channeled letter. So you have the Nine of Wands reversed. The Nine of Wands reversed. They're just saying that, they don't have to keep fighting anymore, and you don't have to keep fighting anymore. For you, I feel like this is related to a lot of your internal conflict, a lot of your wanting to move on but feeling guilty about wanting to move on, and not doing things in the right way when really there's not a right way to do things. And it's like you feel like you'll still need to, how can I say this? They don't want you to put so much pressure on yourself. They don't want you to, you feel like there's always more you need to do. You're never doing enough. But the truth is that you're doing great. Like, you are doing exactly what you need to be doing. And you feel like you're almost at the finish line. But the truth is, like, you are victorious already. Like, you're very successful already, and you've accomplished a lot, even if you don't always see it that way. But that's all I'm seeing for you today, pile number 1. If you like this reading, please give it a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time, and let me know what you think of the channeled message style reading. And yeah, you guys have such a sweet deceased loved ones. Like, it's just such a stable, loving energy. They just love you guys so much. Anyways, that's all I have for you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Oh, and soon I'm going to be setting up a Etsy shop with loved tarot readings and some like palmistry readings, like essay style, like very in-depth palm readings based on a photo that you send me of your palm. And anyways, so there'll be readings about general readings, deceased loved ones readings, finances, questions, reconciliation, just all kinds of stuff is coming soon. And whenever I have that up and running, I'll update my descriptions to leave it in the description. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. That's coming soon. And I'll see you hopefully next time. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Here is your letter. It says, "From my heart." And let's read it. It says, "Dear pile number 2, I wish we had more time together. Just know that I loved you so much and still do. Thank you for always taking good care of me. Thank you for understanding me when no one else could. Remember, it's okay to take time for yourself. Do things that you enjoy. Don't feel guilty about enjoying things that we once did together. Healing and moving on doesn't mean that you didn't love me or we weren't deeply affected by my passing. It's okay to cry, but it's also okay to laugh. Grief is complicated in that way. Love, your deceased loved one." All right, so that's what we have for your letter. Now let's get into your oracle cards here. At the back of the deck, I saw this card whenever I was shuffling, like when I cut the deck, and then also at the back of the deck. It is not your fault. So I don't know if you blame yourself for this person's passing, but just know that it's not your fault. Absolutely not your fault. And I feel like right now you're trying to push back, and in the back of your head you're thinking, well, you know, if I hadn't done this, or if I had done this, things would have been different. The earth is our school. So basically they're saying that for you, and also for them, your relationship in some way was a learning experience. And your relationship in some way has enlightened them, and then will also enlighten you. Interesting. Tears cleanse the soul. Yeah. I'm reminding you it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's healing. I've heard that there's special chemicals, I forget what they're called, but it's like, I don't know if toxic is the right word, but there's chemicals in your body that are released when you cry. They might be released actually in your tears, and it actually helps you feel better somehow. I don't know. If you know about this, comment about it. And if you know what chemical I'm talking about. But let's pull some more cards for you here. We have light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light, because in reality that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is the time to remember how vibrant you truly are. So I don't know if you guys feel like, kind of like you've lost your light a little bit. It looks like this deceased loved one feels like that. Feels like you have lost your light in some way, and they want to see you get it back. And it's okay. They're just reminding you it's okay. You know, if your grieving process doesn't look like everyone else's, and, you know, some people might say like, oh, you're still, you know, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, it's been 5 years. You know, they think that it would get easier, but it's like some days are better than others, you know? and let this serve as confirmation that there is an afterlife, and that everything that we experience on this earth is a lesson. And in the end, we are divine beings. We are beings of light. And, if you mess up in this lifetime, somehow, some way, you will be able to learn from it while you're on earth and also beyond. Animal kingdom. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you. They will open your heart and soul. So if you've been thinking about adopting an animal, I would say this is your sign to do that. Definitely. Let me look at your card one more time. So for those of you that, this will not be for all of you, but for those of you who have also lost a pet and you blame yourself for having to put them down or something like that, just know that, it wasn't your fault, and you really did the best you could with them. And, they're not in any pain anymore, and you guys shared a lesson together. But for those of you that message doesn't resonate, this could also just be your sign to get an animal. Or for those of you who talked about your loved one, if they ever talked about, I want to be reincarnated as a bird, or I want to be reincarnated as a dog with black spots, or I want to be reincarnated as a black cat or something like that. If you had that conversation, keep an eye out, because there is a chance they could be either reincarnated as that animal, or that kind of animal might show up whenever you're going through some sort of breakthrough, some sort of lesson, or whenever you're thinking of them and thinking of, what they would say in a situation, or what advice they would have for you in this situation. So let's get into your tarot cards here. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I ramble a little bit, but I hope that makes sense for y'all. Let's see. Messages for pile number 2 from their deceased loved ones. What do we have here? We have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. So they're letting you know that it's okay to move on, and it's okay to, if this was your partner, it's okay to move on. If you're a widow or a widower, or if this is an old friend, it's okay to make new friends. If this was a child, it's okay to try for another child. If this was a pet, it's okay to adopt another pet. Whoever this was who passed, they're saying it's okay. You don't need to hold on to me. You don't need to hold on to this idea. It's okay to let go. I know it's hard to let go, and it doesn't mean that you didn't love them, but just remember, it wasn't your fault, and they don't blame you. Yeah, speaking of moving on, we have another card, the 6 of Swords, about moving on. And the swords can also represent your emotions, your logic, your intellect. And for you, it's like you've been stuck in this mindset of, I don't deserve to feel good. I don't deserve to move on. I don't deserve to forgive myself. If you did make a mistake somewhere along the way, not that everyone did, but sometimes people blame themselves even if they didn't do anything wrong. or for some of you it might be like a survivor bias. I think that's the word. But just know that, we have move on, let go twice. Don't forget about them. Yeah, no, you would never forget about them. But try to take a deep breath and slow down. Knight of Cups. So for you guys, I feel like there's new relationships, new opportunities for connection coming into your life. And you're really being asked to take that leap, take that opportunity, go out and search for connection. And also, it might just come to you. It might just come to you when you least expect it here. And it's like, I feel like when you really let go and you really, really start to move forward, that's when this new connection will come in. Yeah. And they want you to remember that there's Seven of Cups upright. There's so many possibilities, and there's so many opportunities available to you. And I feel like right now you can't really see that, but they're really reminding you that that there's a lot available for you, a lot that you are capable of, and a lot of blessings, a lot of wonderful, wonderful experiences on the horizon, and you're coming towards them. And then we have the Three of Wands reversed. For you, I feel like this is a message of them saying, like, let go of your grasp, but at the same time, they're not going anywhere. Like, it might feel like, for example, like if you're still holding on to some of their items, it's one thing if you really enjoy these items, but if you're holding on to personal items of theirs just because you feel guilty if you were to get rid of it, just remember that even if you get rid of that stuff, they'll still be with you. You'll still be able to feel them. And if you want to, you'll still be able to communicate with them. And yeah, it's like, just because you get rid of certain things, or what's another example? If they give you a shirt and it's completely ripped, and either you don't know how to sew or you just know you're never going to sew it, it's okay. It's okay to not donate it. It's okay to throw it away, because no one's going to want a shirt that's been donated to Goodwill that has a big rip in it. And that's, it's part of life. Nothing lasts forever, and that's part of the lesson, is that everything is temporary. But at the same time, there's like a permanent energy to them. And yeah. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know in the comments what you think of the channeled message portion, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be opening up an Etsy soon with this kind of reading, channeled message reading, tarot readings, oracle, and also some in-depth email style palmistry readings where you send a photo of your palm and then I analyze it and like type up a reading that way. So there's a lot of exciting stuff coming. I'll link that whenever it comes available. The shop will probably be up and running, I would say, within a week, and I'll keep adding listings little by little. So if you don't see something that you would be interested in purchasing right away, you can always leave a comment saying, like, can you add this listing to your shop? Or I think there's actually a way that you can message me on there. So yeah, whenever I have that set up, just send me a message and I'll do that. And I might include a section that's like custom questions. But anyways, I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have this cherub baby angel reaching for a star. Let's read yours. It says, Dear pile number 3, do not give up hope. I will come back to you some way, somehow. I can't explain it because you won't be able to understand from the earthly realm. Excuse me. When the time comes, you'll just know. Remember your hopes and dreams. Just because things didn't work out doesn't mean it's all useless. I'm no longer in pain, and I'll always love you. Love your deceased loved ones. So strong message of reincarnation for this pile. Okay, let's get into your oracle cards. Get the feeling you lost this person unexpectedly. You thought you had way more time together, and it's like you're having trouble moving on from them, which is understandable. I mean, especially when it's such a shock when you lose someone much sooner than you were hoping. This could be a child, but it doesn't have to be a child necessarily. Let's see, we have, I will always point you in the right direction. What else do we have here? I will always point you in the right direction. It was my time to go. And if this person doesn't reincarnate, you may just see them in the afterlife someday. Now I have no pain. Wow, so we have a double message of I'm no longer in pain. So whoever this loved one is, they really want you to know that it was their time to go, and they're no longer in this pain that they were in their life. And with this, I'll always point you in the right direction. And I mean, it could be reincarnation, but for a lot of these pile number 3's loved ones, it's like they will become like your spirit guide. They'll become your guardian angel. That kind of thing. All right, let's see some more cards. Find your center. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? Stopping and breathing, doing that thing, what's it called? I forget what it's called, but it's like where you name 5 things you can see, 2 things you can smell, 3 things you can hear, etc. That could be significant. Yeah, this came out of another pile, the light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is time to remember how vibrant you really are. So I do see this as confirmation that this person is guiding you from the spiritual realm now. And they're still around you in a different form. What else do we have? Pull one more for you guys. Soul power. Always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So there's like a strong message here of whenever you can connect, you could say spiritually, you could say psychically, however you want to say it, with whoever this deceased loved one is. Even though they are not around, you can communicate with them pretty clearly, as long as you take the time to really breathe, center yourself, meditate, maybe close your eyes and really tune into your intuition, into your inner knowing. And you will be able to, they'll help you when you're feeling lost. Okay, so let's pull some tarot cards now for you guys. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, tarot. Tarot cards. What do your deceased loved ones want you to know? If they could write you a letter, what would it say? You have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. You have the Ace of Wands. I'm going to pull. Okay, so I'm seeing that, I know not all of you lost a child, but for those of you that did lose a child, I'm getting the message that you really tried everything. You tried to do everything that you could to stabilize this child, to help this child. And you might feel like you didn't do enough, but the truth is that by letting go, by them passing away, they have this new opportunity that they wouldn't have had. They have a new opportunity to help you, but also just like a lot more freedom and inspiration. And it's like when they were in so much pain, they couldn't do all the work that they needed to do. They couldn't learn all the things that they wanted to learn. And it's like it wasn't stable. It wasn't a stable position for them. But now they have new ideas, and I feel like they have new ideas for you. So if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling stuck, uninspired, try to connect with them and they will guide you. Are we allowed to know what guidance, a little bit more about this guidance, this new direction? New direction. So it looks like you guys, I'm sorry about this, but you're having a lot of sleepless nights. For a lot of you, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. And it's like you're headed towards this breakthrough, this new direction, and you don't know how to move forward. You don't know what you can do. But they'll help lead you on this new direction. It's like we're not allowed to know exactly what the direction is. I mean, I'm sure it's different for each one of you, and so I guess that's your lesson, your personal reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading, we can go more in depth about this, about what this right direction is for you based on what your challenges are. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. The Seven of Wands reversed. Clarify the Seven of Wands reversed. There's something that you want to accomplish, but the way that you are trying to go about it is causing you more stress. It's causing you more stress, and then it's like there's a way that if you ground, if you center, if you really take the time to meditate, maybe yoga would be significant for you also, or some sort of exercise, then you'll realize that you don't necessarily have to. There's another way of doing whatever this is where you can let people in. You don't have to be so guarded in a way. It might also just be a message of if you don't really talk about these struggles with other people, maybe let them in. Then we have the Nine of Wands reversed. I'm not good with my Roman numerals, but I think that's the Nine of Wands. Anyways, so we have two different cards that are about defensiveness, about standing your ground, about being in a battle. And for you, both of these cards are reversed. So there's another way. There's like another way to move forward. There's another. In order to move on, in order to I'm not sure what you guys are trying to accomplish here. But there's another way of doing things, and it's a way that's somehow easier. It's more streamlined. What else can help them? How can we help guide pile number 3 in the right direction? I know that you said that we can't go into the specifics, but let's pull one more card, please. One more card. One more card. One more card. Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So working with others here, collaborating, reaching out to others too. And if people are offering you help with something, it's okay to accept it. It's okay. And let's see, one more. I know I said one more. Temperance. So for you, I do feel like this is confirmation that there is a lot of healing that can take place for you, but you might need to actually reach out, seek professional help, if need be, not from a tarot reader, from like a psychiatrist, from a psychologist, from a counselor. If you're a Christian, a member of the clergy, something like that, Jewish, a rabbi, etc., etc. And this will help you heal. This will help you heal, and you'll be able to transmute this pain into something very beautiful, into something, I feel like, very creative, it could be a song, it could be artwork, it could be a book, something that will help other people. It'll help other people, and your deceased loved one or deceased loved ones can help guide you in the right direction. That's all I'm seeing for you today, pile number 3. If you like this reading, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and try to post a new video every week. Not always on the same day, but you know how it is. I will be updating, I'm going to be adding an Etsy shop soon to my video description, and also the link in my profile, and also on my Instagram, etc., etc. So if you would like a personal reading, I will have those available soon on my Etsy, deceased loved ones, love, general, finances, stuff like that. So difficult decisions, basically all kinds of subjects except for when and how am I going to die, and am I pregnant, and health readings, stuff like that. I'm not going to be doing that kind of thing, but pretty much everything else, and no legal advice, but pretty much everything else will be on the table. And I'll see you soon, hopefully, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.